Are you ready to listen to a podcast?
Here comes the Playhouse Podcast, thanks to Bradshaw and Bryan Law Offices.
Find, subscribe, and listen.
It is political ad season. And what we've noticed is that everything is dangerous and everybody is too extreme for the other person. So we decided if we were going to get into that kind of a mode and run for office here in the Playhouse, that we would have to probably shame the other person, since every political ad is about here's what's wrong with somebody else versus, well, hey, here's what I would do for you if you voted for me.
As much as we hate that route, sometimes it might be the most effective.
Must work. Everybody's doing it.
You don't have to wait until the 8th of November to get your vote in. We want, after I'm going to air mine,
Okay.
You come back and air yours, and then we need a vote as to who people want to be the face,
The new president of the Playhouse.
The people.
Yeah.
All right.
Representing you. You ready to go?
Yeah. JJ Holiday is too reckless for Minnesota.
Yeah, I got one.
Stories are disgusting.
I had a secret, and I kept it until now.
If you're a member of the mob,
us French Canadians have never been great friends with the mob.
And this?
I wanted to touch on this guy.
Where?
You're funny.
He rages.
By the way, she said I'm going to have the neck surgery.
I know.
Why does that make you happy? Why are you smiling?
No, it wasn't that kind of smirk. It was like
you are an evil human being.
He leaves big decisions up to wishes from a genie.
If I could have the wish from the genie this morning, you'll probably get it. I probably won't. Maybe Natasha will.
My wish is that you stop coughing because it is so annoying. It is driving me crazy. Vote smart, Minnesota. Vote cat.
That's it, huh? That's the angle you're going, huh?
I mean, you really do sound like a monster.
First off, Kat's on the internet trying to bribe everybody with free Dairy Queen if they vote for her. I don't think you can actually do that.
I'm not really running, so yes, I can.
You heard her ad. I didn't realize we were pre-recording. I mean, I'm professional enough just to give you the straight dope. Let's do it. Kat is too extreme for Minnesota. Word is, she's a direct descendant of Benito Mussolini. A vote for Kat is a vote for verbal terrorism. She vomits gossip and encourages judgment of others daily and without hesitation. This woman cusses more than all of the sailors combined. Imagine her being around your kids. She admittedly commits larceny almost every morning she's working here by stealing creamer, food, and JJ's pride. Kat is simply too controversial and dangerous for Minnesota. She doesn't even have a last name. Is she even a real American? Has anyone actually seen her birth certificate? Also, she's a bad driver and often puts graphic images of decorations of manhood on her car. Dangerous for today's youth. Vote JJ when the time comes, Minnesota. And remember, the path of the righteous is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil morning show females. Vote JJ, November 8th.
Wow. That was brutally amazing.
But so honest.
Radio Paparazzi.
Diane Sawyer's interview with Matthew Perry aired on Friday. Everybody, the answer to every question was wild. When you watch Friends and you realize what he was actually going through and what the cast was going through as well, it kind of makes it feel like it was all one big lie. But he was talking about actually 4 years ago, he had to get an ostomy bag.
They ran me into the emergency trauma room, and it was in there that my colon exploded. Well, I was put on an ECMO machine. An ECMO machine is a Hail Mary. It is the last thing that you do before people die. There were 5 people that night that were put on ECMO machine, and I was the only one who survived.
Wow.
And I didn't slow that audio down, guys. I mean,
No.
he's
That's where his brain is at.
pretty lucky to be alive still.
Yeah. All right. So Halsey, she loves her some Halloween, and she has had some pretty epic get-ups.
I really wanted to do something really glamorous and feminine. You know, I like flowers and pink and stuff like that. So I went as Marilyn Manson.
Then you were also Cher.
I was Cher.
Yeah, and who's Sonny?
It's Evan Peters.
I got to Google that. I would love to see Halsey as Cher. Josh Duhamel, he just got married in Fargo, North Dakota, and he was talking to Kelly Clarkson about how it was not all rainbows and sunshine.
I'm feeling good, I decide I'm going to start dancing, and they have those handles that you hold on in the party bus. I try to do this thing where you like a gymnast, like straighten myself out, and I was like, oh.
Because we have really good ideas when we're inebriated.
Something just happened, and I wake up the next morning 2 hours before the wedding, and I couldn't get out of bed. I literally couldn't stand up, so I was like, what am I going to do? So they had to take me to the emergency room, give me a bunch of meds, and shoot me with Toradol. And
oh my God!
And it was great. Everything went great. I got through the night.
Of course it was. You're on Toradol.
Danced the night away. Next morning after the wedding, couldn't get out of bed again.
Oh my God! So that is one epic night.
It's old man stuff going on right there.
It is. Like, he's older. He's way older than his new bride, so she's going to keep him on his toes. Blowing out their candles today. I feel like these two go hand in hand. Jane Pauley and Dan Rather. She's 72. He's 91. Rob Schneider is 59. Oh my God! Elle King had a new music video that I was watching, and I was like, what a shame, because she is such a talent. But her dad...
got a whole lot of Rob Schneider in her.
A lot of Rob Schneider genes. I was like, girl. Minnesota, 5 billionaires. St. Cloud, no billionaires. That is so funny. We don't have one billionaire around here?
What? If you... Listen, I don't mind St. Cloud. I like living here. But if you were a billionaire, would you live here?
I don't know.
No, listen, I wouldn't live above the Mason-Dixon line.
Well, we have 5 in Minnesota.
Who
are they?
There is no way they live here all the time, because that's psychosis.
Yeah.
I understand coming back here during the nice summer months and everything like that.
They got squat spots.
It's in January. I can think of almost any other place on the planet I'd rather live.
They're out of their mind.
There's just nothing good here. I mean, maybe they're into snowmobiling and ice fishing and stuff. I'm not.
Let's begin now.
And off we go on a Halloween show. Welcome to our side of the radio. It's Kat and JJ. What up? How you feeling?
Hi, I'm good. I'm tired. I'm like dehydrated.
I slept horribly last night.
You did?
Yeah, really bad.
Oh, I just slept too much yesterday.
Oh.
Like, I took a long nap because, after you drink, like, I went DTA downtown Anoka. There are T-shirts.
DTA.
People wear DTA shirts. Johnny Holm was down there. They had the tent party going. They had the massive pumpkin from Travis, who was on our show.
I saw that. They made it into a jack-o'-lantern, right?
Yeah, he carved it, and so that was on display. It was really great. Some people were like, don't go DTA. Are you crazy? It's madness. But it was actually a lot of fun. Went down with both my brothers, my sister.
It was a drink of choice.
My cousin Amanda. I clotted up all night. I had 2 bottles of wine at my sister's house. We walked downtown because she only lives like 2 blocks away. Okay. Sure. I was a giant heart all day. I had a huge heart costume. And then before we leave, my sister set up this bonfire. My dad was there. My mom came. I ordered pizza. We just kind of chilled. It was a lot of fun. But then she takes out this hookah. She has an amazing hookah she bought. And she's roasting the coals or whatever. And then I took a hit from it. And Liam's face was not happy about it. He took my phone. He secretly videotaped me, sent it to Derek, and wrote the words, "Mom is vaping. It's making me uncomfortable." Wow. I was like, oh my God, use your words. So he told me, and so I stopped while he was there.
Wow. Little knock.
It was like a little blueberry hookah. It was fun. I wasn't smoking.
What a knock.
But the secret videotaping, I'm like, what are you doing?
It's danger, man.
Yeah, and then I just napped yesterday and had Kids and Parents Expo on Saturday. That was super fun. And got a lot of compliments on our show. Like, you are so funny. You hold the show up. Everybody.
Oh, you mean everybody but management was there?
No, he showed up at the end there. So there was a couple that was on Kelly Clarkson. They are so adorable. They're newlyweds in their 80s and 90s.
My daughter thought it would be nice if I'd find somebody I was living with her, find somebody else to talk to besides her.
Nice.
So she said, why don't you go on Match.com? I said, okay. It didn't take me very long because he came buzzing through. And when I saw him, I fell in love right on sight.
Aww.
And it was magical. So that was the beginning, right? Love at first sight. And that should be an inspiration to everybody.
I, too, the moment I saw her her photo, I knew I had to have that woman.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. This is my favorite what I'm liking. Oh my God.
Anyway, so
It's a little hornball.
do you know someone that is older that is still in the dating game? I'm wondering if, God forbid anything happened to grandpa or grandma. I wonder if they would.
I think your grandparents have been
again.
together so long that they're just going to run out the clock by
Yeah.
themselves.
They finish each other's sentences.
Yeah.
She knows when he's hungry, and they don't even talk. She'll just get up and make him a half a sandwich and put it in front of him.
That
and
is love.
That's what is it called? Just being telepathic.
Yeah,
I mean,
just being on the same page. That's bananas.
read each other through eye flutters. It's pretty incredible when you meet somebody that's who you were supposed to be with. But you have someone in your life, and they're older, but they get lonely. Maybe they want somebody to ride out the rest of their days with, or ride the rest of their days with.
Talking this morning about the geriatric community out there getting some.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes about coitus that later on in life, like when I work,
STDs in nursing homes run rampant.
that's disgusting. That's awful.
Nobody's
That they wouldn't control
no,
it
no.
or help them be safe about
Nobody's
it.
got to worry about getting pregnant, so nobody's using anything.
That's crazy. You still could infect somebody. And at that age, when you get infected with something like that, that could be it.
That'd be the way to go, though, right?
An STD.
Just to
No.
know that you were still knocking them boots.
To go while you're knocking them boots
At
like Matt
91?
McConaughey's dad did. That I can see that, but not like, sorry, you have something that will not go away. Shelby texted, my 87-year-old grandma gave me a very detailed version of what her life is like now with her boyfriend in the bedroom, ! Why are you not calling, Shelby?
Shelby, text,
We have so
text
many
some
questions.
of those details. Yeah.
I don't have to say grandma's name, but I don't know. Do you keep your socks
Man,
on?
I bet she's a Betty. Oh, I bet she
Betty.
is. Yeah, I bet she's a hot
That's
Betty.
cute.
Now, hey, thanks, Brian. I appreciate you holding for as long as you have. How old is Gramps?
91.
Whoa.
Wow. All right. And he's still looking for love, huh? He's still interested in that?
Well, he's looking for action. I don't know if love is what
So hold on. You're telling me your 91-year-old grandpa is cruising for tail whenever he can?
He is relentless.
I love that. I used to work at a convalescent home, and it's so true. Like, there are people that, get down and dirty when people aren't looking. So
He can't get pregnant, I guess. So that's a good thing, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, he's it's not like he doesn't get the this cute old man. Women fall for it, and then they can't keep up with him.
91. Holy moly, good for him. And that's probably why he's lived this long. His heart is still pretty reliable.
Yeah, and maybe that's why he still has his hair. I don't know, but he's doing something right.
You got to be his wingman. You got to get out there with him and find him some chicks.
They have granddaughters.
Some blue hairs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Yeah, I don't know, Double Dave. I'd be embarrassed that he'd start talking trash to me about he is, like I said, after all women, and he might even try to take mine.
Love it. Hey, Shelby, thanks for calling real quick. How old is Grandma?
She's 87.
And she's definitely still getting down.
Oh my God, so hard.
Okay, you are live on the radio. I want you to, as PG as you can, tell us what that sit-down conversation was like. Like what?
So she lives in Wisconsin, so is my dad, and I went and visited them. This was 2 years ago, but she's still with this boyfriend, so she was 85 at the time. But my dad is mixing us some Bloody Marys in the kitchen, and Grandma starts talking, and I am living for it. I love every detail. I want to know everything, and my dad is crumpled up in the kitchen making these drinks for us with his arms over his hands or over his ears la, 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 I do not want to hear this.
Oh my God.
And so I don't know if I can say this word on the radio, but I think
what does it rhyme with?
What does it rhyme with? Yeah.
Goob.
Oh yeah, you can say goob. That's fine. Yeah.
No.
Oh
I think
no,
it's
yeah,
something
you
else.
Oh, yeah, okay. Anyways.
Oh. So she needs that because, things are a little different down there.
Yeah, sure. Got it.
She explained to me how, like, the first time that they did, that he had to go into Walgreens and pick some up.
Yeah.
And that it was mortifying to her to have him call her and ask what brand she wanted.
I think we could probably be done. But I just want to say, I think it's so adorable that she confides in you like this, because she was doing it long before you were even a thought, girlfriend. So
we've never had conversations like this. Like, this
She's
was
proud.
like
Shelby, this is a
adult-
proud moment for Grandma. She's proud. She wants you all to know
that she still flies.
She's not slowing down. Now, I
love this.
I don't want to get too deep into your personal life, but when you're hearing this conversation, was there ever a moment where you're like, I can't believe my grandmother's getting more than I am?
Oh, I absolutely was in awe of what's going on for her, for sure.
Knowing
I was never expecting that. Grandma used to bake pies last time I came over.
Bet
Like,
she
this
did.
was a whole new ballgame.
Yeah,
now
she's baking
someone
pies
else
for
getting
someone
that.
else.
Yeah.
As the most frugal member of the Playhouse, our friend Kat here enjoys her money. She saves it. I've seen you over the years make a plan, follow a plan, find tons and tons of happiness in becoming frugal and fiscally responsible.
I just think when you have financial security, your life is so much better. I was having a conversation with my friend Tony, and I said, oh my God, wouldn't it be great to win that $800 million? I was talking to him last week, and he goes, yeah, but does money really make things better? I said, Tony, absolutely.
Absolutely,
What world are you living in?
Why else would you get up at 3 o'clock in the morning?
Why?
So I have a couple of scenarios in front of me. And just so that we can get to know you a little bit better, Kat, I want you to give us the dollar amount.
Okay.
How much would it take is what I'm calling this. How much would it take? And you have to give us a dollar amount. You can't just say, I never would.
This isn't like how much would it take that we play off the air, is it?
No.
Okay.
Nope. For sure not.
Got it.
We could make it into something like that, but it's not. Are you ready?
Ready.
Kat, how much would it take to let a bird poop in your mouth?
You should have given me a dollar amount.
These are real dollars. I'm talking if we came together as an audience, if you right now said $5,000 and we came together with a GoFundMe, you'd have to do this. So
I would probably go as low as $500.
So for $500, you would let a bird poop in your mouth?
It's just a quick bird poop. And then you spit it out and then you wash your mouth out. That wouldn't faze me. It's not like a human turd. I'm good with it. Ask me a human turd.
Kat, how much would it take for you to take a bite out of a raw chicken breast?
Oh,
raw. I just thought it out. It's sitting in the sink.
Yeah.
It's raw. You'd have to take a bite and swallow.
Low as $1,000.
But for $1,000, you would risk salmonella and all of the stuff that comes with that.
A bite and down the hatch $1,000.
For just $1,000?
Yeah, I would. Because then I'd get food poisoning and I'd get so skinny.
I'd lose all sorts of weight. You're so wrong. People
Not the
die
right
from
way
that.
to lose weight. I know.
Kat, how much would it take for you to carry a doll around with you everywhere you go for a year?
There was a Strange Addiction show, and that was a weird episode. I would say I got to factor in the looks and the judgment. $5,000
everywhere, bathroom, to bed. $5,000. So
I'd make it look like I'm carrying it for my toddler daughter. Like I'd ask.
You don't have a toddler daughter.
Lisa, where are you at? And just carry it around like that.
So how much for the doll?
I'd say $5,000 for a whole year.
For
$5,000.
If our audience came up with $5,000, you would have a doll on your hip everywhere you go.
Yeah.
For a year? That's it?
Yeah.
I think you're really low on these. All right, I got two more. How much would it take for you, Kat, to swallow a dime?
Again, I would say $500 too. I'm going the lowest amount.
Right.
So I'm hoping you'd pay me more, but I would say $500.
I think that's way too high. For $20, I'd swallow a dime.
Some people do it on accident every day.
What's the line out of Grumpy Old Men where he says, oh, she swallowed a quarter? He goes, you don't have to worry about it unless she craps out 2 dimes and a nickel.
That would be a magic show.
All right, last one.
Yeah.
How much, Kat, would it take for you to post a photo of your poop on Instagram?
Oh, my God. That's really gross.
Like you get up, you're done, you look behind you, snap a quick pic, you throw it up on our station's Instagram page. How much?
I'd have to say we're into the 5 digits now, so I'm going to say 10,000.
Wait, it would
because it's on the internet. It lives there forever. Is my face in the photo
parasite
too?
Could live in your belly forever when you eat the raw chicken breast, and that was $500.
Yeah, but
your
that's
priorities
quick. That's
are jacked up.
That's a quick bite. It lives on the internet forever. I don't know if I could do that. I got the good stuff.
Yeah, like what?
Well, mini bites, but like the Reese's and the Snickers. I got suckers. I got a lot of blow pops.
Trish came back from the store yesterday. I go, what'd you get for those kiddos? Because we were talking about this. Like I said, we were sitting, I don't know how long we sat out there Saturday night and watched that log burn.
Sounds like a lifetime.
It was it was like when sometimes your life is chaotic and then all of a sudden you just get to sit with your spouse.
Yeah.
And we were talking about it and I said, what did we get for the kids last year? And she goes, we got them nothing. And I go, what? And she goes, remember, I just got diagnosed with cancer and I didn't want to do anything. And I go, oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah. And because what had happened is I just took a bowl and I just threw it out on the front steps.
Yeah.
And we didn't want our dog freaking out and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, now that you're cancer free, we got to get a bunch of candy, right?
Yeah.
We got to celebrate. We got to give the neighborhood kids something. And she's like, fine. And then she came home yesterday with like $75 worth of candy. And I was like, good for you. Let's splurge a little.
I need to text my sister-in-law. It's weird to call her that. Sister-in-law, Ashley, because when this time last year, they were in the NICU with my niece.
Yeah.
And they put a bowl out on their front step and they have a ring cam and they caught these 3 boys, maybe 12 years old.
Took it all?
But one looks like the little Boy Scout from Up. Oh. And he trips and falls and army crawls to the bowl. And one of the kids you hear, take it all. And he's like this, I got it. So I was shopping the other day, and now it's everywhere. Now I saw it on Fox 9's Facebook. They're doing a story about it just a couple of minutes ago. The 600-piece puzzle that people are buying for Christmas for like the holidays. If you ever bought me a puzzle, what a quick way to get written out.
I'd kill you dead.
It is the worst. I remember we used to have to do that in like the library if we had 30 minutes free time in school.
Why is this such a thing now?
I hate it. You know what I'd always go, I'll handle the corners and the outsides because I don't want to deal with the inside. I have stuff to do. We have a saleswoman here that like they do a puzzle a night. And that is awful.
When I was first starting in radio, I was so incredibly broke. I mean, I had student loans, like $100,000 worth of student loans. And this was when my wife was working for Prince. And we were just dating. I don't think we were engaged yet. But I was so broke that we would eat Twizzlers and drink Grain Belt while we did puzzles on Saturday nights at my house.
Because you couldn't afford to go out.
Couldn't afford to go anywhere.
Do you think that's why you guys buy so much stuff now? Because you have money and so you're making up for lost time?
It ain't my money, man. She's the one that, like, it's obviously not my money. But I don't have a problem with puzzles. I think they're pretty calming, man. I'm okay with those.
You guys together? You enjoyed it?
Yeah, we would get drunk and play a puzzle and do a puzzle.
Well, I would be single because Derek and I would fight and it would not.
How do you fight over a puzzle, man? Like, you're just...
Hold my beer.
You're not compatible with other humans if you fight over a puzzle.
Yeah, I will agree with you on that one. Just to see, because she'll always like, a Sunday morning puzzle with my cup of coffee. I've never felt more calm.
Oh, it's good for the brain,
that is
man.
BS. So I want to know, like, is there something oddly calming to you? Some people might say, a candle, maybe a meditation app. That is obviously calming for some people. But is there something that is out there that is calming to you and it's odd?
Kat asked me this question as we were kind of thinking about doing this bit on the show, and your eyebrows came almost off your head when I gave you my answer. You were like, you got to be kidding me. This is calming to you? So I'll tell you what mine is. Do you have something that's yours that's like just incredibly stupidly calming? We're talking about things that oddly calm you.
So they have that puzzle, 600-piece puzzle. That sounds like what would happen if you are imprisoned in Russia. That is what you're given to do. In my mind, that's not calming to me.
When I was in college, I worked at a place called Games by James, and we sold all sorts of puzzles. Everything from like the 5-piece wooden ones for kids in like preschool, all the way up to 1,000-piece white puzzles. It was just all white, and it was 1,000 pieces. Some of them would be space. The one that I had, I don't know what we did with it. It's got to be around my house somewhere. Somebody had given me for a gift one time the Ivy in Wrigley Field it was a 1,000-piece puzzle.
Yeah.
And then what you do is you buy the thing that goes, you roll out this piece of felt and you do the puzzle on it so that when you're done with the puzzle, you can roll it back up and save it.
You know, I think I have a horrible taste in my mouth because my aunt, she had a 400-piece puzzle on her table. I helped her complete it. We got down to the last one, couldn't find it. And it wasn't quite in the middle, but it was in like the bottom right. And I remember like feeling so incomplete. And that could happen with any puzzle.
We have neighbors that right when you walk into their entryway have a table that has a puzzle on it all the time. And like if you have to, hey, I just need 2 minutes. I got to brush my teeth real quick. You sit there and put together the puzzle. People, if you're waiting for a ride, sit there and put together the puzzle.
I would not do that.
It's actually kind of genius. So, Jeremy, how are you today?
Good. How are you?
Good. What's oddly calming for you, man? Like the rest of us would think this doesn't really calm us down too much, but what's yours?
I would say playing Call of Duty online.
Yeah, but don't you guys like say horrible things to each other?
And doesn't that get your heart rate up?
Well, I don't talk when I play. I just wear the headset, but it like shuts my brain off because I think all day, you know.
Okay.
So
right.
I don't know.
Me too. Right.
You think it would get you amped up, but it doesn't.
So playing Call of Duty, did you get the new one, or is there a new one out that I see advertised all the time right now? Are you on that?
No, I actually haven't played for a few months, but I'll get it again.
Is that why you started listening to our show? Because your brain doesn't write yet, and you're like, well, I'll listen to these idiots?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad that you found something to just kind of
Call of Duty,
stress, and calm you down.
You're kind of like me. You know what? When Kat asked me this question earlier, she said, "What's odd that calms you down?" I said, "Watching MMA." Like I don't get.
Weird.
I'm not somebody that jumps out of my chair or whatever. I kind of watch for the art of it. You know what I mean? Like the skill set. But watching another man cave in another man's skull, it calms me down a little bit.
Yeah, that was out loud.
Yeah. All right. Well, good stuff. Thanks, Jeremy. Have a great morning. I appreciate you. What calms you down, Kat?
It's weird because it just started a few weeks ago, and I love it.
Hookah? Is it? I saw a video of you hitting a hookah over the weekend.
Yeah, I had one hit, and then my son was like, "Stop, it makes me uncomfortable." So I stopped. But I get up before the family, and I'll sit on my couch, and I'll make a coffee, and it's like a warmer fall morning, and I have that crosswind going, and then pew, 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 pew. It's like duck hunting season.
Oh, people are shooting
and the
birds up by you.
guns. How weird is that?
Calming to you?
It is calming. It is like the sound of like nature getting killed. I don't know how to put it, but it's what oddly calms me down.
Tammy, what are we going to consider probably not too calming, but seems to mellow you out? What's yours?
Oh, no, we lost her. She had a crappy phone.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, Tammy, still don't got me.
That's all right.
All right. If you got one.
Tammy. She said knitting, by the way.
Oh, she had texted in before?
Yeah.
Knitting, I bet, is calming.
Yeah.
What I don't get is how, man, my grandma used to be able to do this. People can carry on a conversation while watching TV and knitting. How do you not screw that up?
That's my nephew.
How do you, huh?
Yeah. He is a master crocheter, and he will make you a scarf. If you went to his house and then he's like, "Oh, you look chilly. Do you want a scarf?" He'll run upstairs and just make you a scarf. He has the fastest hands in the north.
How old is he?
Central area of the country. He's 8.
Did his friends know about this?
Yeah. They actually do it at school. Like he
knits at school.
One of those
goes to a knitting school
that is unapologetically himself, and I love him for that.
That's great.
He's so adorable.
Boy, I would have been definitely afraid that if one of my sons took up knitting, that they would get the hell bullied out of them.
Oh no. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says her family is heartbroken and traumatized after Friday's attack on her husband, Paul. They do have a suspect, and he has now been apprehended, and charged, Dave DePape. And he walked into their San Francisco home with a hammer and attacked him.
We expect to be filing on Monday attempted murder charges, as well as residential burglary, assault with a deadly weapon, and elder abuse. That is based on the fact that the suspect took a hammer and obviously assaulted Mr. Pelosi.
This is another reason you could never, ever, ever pay me to be a politician anymore. Number one, people don't just listen to your thoughts. They automatically put you on one side or the other. They automatically polarize you. And you got wackos coming after your husband or your wife because you probably got into politics for the right reason. Now, I'm not saying everybody gets corrupted because there are still some good people out there. But, man, for what they get paid to have this kind of stuff, no thanks, man. No, it's too much.
Those are the people, like, when you sit there and you just start bashing whoever is in office or start thinking, could you even possibly do that job? I mean, they're putting themselves out there. Do they always make the right decisions? No, but your candidate won't either.
I'll narrow it down to this. I've had parents come up to me after like a year of coaching and go, hey, I would have done things differently, but I wasn't out there with those kids at 3 o'clock coaching them and putting in the work that you would have done. And I'm like, I respect that. Like, we're just so easily triggered right now. You couldn't, if it was $1 million a year, you couldn't pay me to be a senator.
Yeah.
I would never even want something like that.
This unnamed 22-year-old Brooklyn woman, and I remember the video, it was on Inside Edition the other day, but she was pushed off a subway station.
Like a platform?
Platform. And it's been happening so often that people with mental health issues, they go down there and they do stuff like this. And she was able to hop back up because she has gone to a Gwen Stefani show before.
That's all I could think about is I know how to do this from being called on stage. Like, I had to put my leg over, and it was the same thing I did at her show in Vegas.
Would you like to thank Gwen Stefani?
Oh, I love Gwen Stefani. Of course I would want to thank her.
So because she got called up on stage and had to figure out how to crawl on stage at a Gwen Stefani show, she knew how to crawl out of the pit at the subway station. She knew how to
grab that strength within and pull herself up on this platform, which was the height of her and how scary of a moment. But now she says
crazy.
She won't be able to be the same ever again. Like, you're not supposed to wear headphones down there. You need to be like ready for anything. All right, so you're gonna have some candy tonight. I'm looking out for you. Oh, you're not?
I drew a line in the sand this morning when I woke up.
Yeah.
And I started thinking about how far Mexico was away.
Oh my God!
And today is the perfect day to start. If you're going to start, and I'm serious, I'm straight clean eating till we get to Mexico.
Okay.
I am straight clean eating. I'm going to give myself one cheat day, and that is Thanksgiving.
Sure.
Other than that, I'm
no
straight.
Chicken strips in between now and then.
Not if it's got bread on it.
No chicken wings.
No, not if it's got bread on it.
With heavy sodium.
Nope. I'm straight up clean eating till Mexico, including candy tonight.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, I'll watch you clean eat. But these candies should be paired with this wine. You're welcome, Mom.
Wow. Here we go.
Candy corn, kind of like an oaked Chardonnay. They recommend Pop Rocks and Prosecco. That sounds like a wild ride to me. I'm into that. Kit Kats with Pinot Noir. Hot tamales, if that's your jam, off-dry Riesling. And then if you are a Rolo fan, both of you, a Tawny Port.
I love frozen Rolos.
Says no one. Rolos are old people
Frozen
food.
Rolos, and then you nibble off the chocolate, and then you get to the center.
I thought you were a Junior Mint guy, so I looked
They're
that
very
up.
refreshing.
That's a Cav Sob.
Okay.
So go ahead and get yourself.
I'm off them, though. I'm off until at least March.
Okay. I'm going to buy some. Leave them in here.
I got
like a little
I got a bunch in my office right now, just sitting there looking at me. I'm not going to be eating them.
What a waste.
Quick question. Do you ever have a moment with Derek where you freely spend money just because you're talking about things?
Like,
Let me set the
we
scenario.
should have a TV. Let's go buy a TV.
Yeah, my wife and I, we were literally at a fire Saturday night, and we're sitting around. It is calm. It is a beautiful night out, right? Our son is hanging out. The dog is running around. It's just like, this is what you kind of work for, right?
Yeah.
A little moment of peace and serenity. And somehow we got talking about this, and then this, and then this, and then this, and got up the next morning. We're on our way to hockey. We stop at a gas station. I look at my phone, and I'm like, damn it. We ordered all of this stuff that we were talking about, like
it's
a
not
patio
like you were
heater.
Wasted. How did you forget?
I know, but it's just here's how the conversation goes. Oh, we should get one of those.
Yeah.
And Trish goes, yeah. And then we move on to something else.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's me going, please order that immediately right now on Amazon and get next day shipping.
Yeah.
So now I've got like a billion things showing up on my and here's the worst. Like, we love having our cabin so much that when it's shut down, we start thinking about what we want to do next year.
Yeah.
I've got a garage full of stuff that I can't do anything with until next April.
Just the level of control that you don't have.
It's not me. It's the wife.
She's very impulsive.
The warden,
with that Amazon.
The warden
account.
has a one button push thing, and it's brutal.
This is what I do when
I don't have that though.
When I go to Amazon. No, like, we think about it, we weigh it out. Like, when it comes time for Derek to buy jeans, he'll go to Penny's Macy's, Kohl's.
Still shops.
Weigh them all. And then he'll go back to the one that has the best deal.
Huh.
He really only does it like once a year, goes to get new jeans. But like he is
frugal,
great about that. And so am I to a sense, but I wouldn't go 3 places. But
I think the pandemic killed my ability to, I'll look for a better deal next to it online.
Yeah.
30 seconds later, though.
Your life is carpe diem. Good for you.
The Playhouse Podcast is made possible thanks to Bradshaw and Bryan Law Offices. Catch the live show weekdays from 5:30 to 9 on 104.7 KCLD. Now, share this with a friend.